Good evening, everyone. And as usual, we've got problems with Facebook, but I'll sort that out in a minute. And I know we're fine on YouTube, so we'll get started, and then we'll get live on Facebook. Okay. So I can see you on here, and without further ado, I will introduce Niko, who has already gone into trance, and his guides and inspirers, Noah, will be speaking to him when I bring him on. So, evening.
Good evening, my dear one. Much gratitude, my dear. This opportunity which you are bestowing upon us once more. And greetings to all who have joined. A sincere gratitude to each of you as well. Today, my dear ones, we bring forth merely one word: trust. Notice how throughout your physical journeys, the struggle has always been to trust. Notice where this struggle originated when you were young. You trusted that your parents would be there for you. When you fell, when you were not fed in a timely fashion. Your developing minds began to question the trust that it has maintained throughout your journeys. You do not always trust those you love. You do not always trust your circumstances. And you most certainly do not trust yourselves. This, my dear ones, is the human experience. Not trusting is intentional. It allows you to become even deeply rooted into this human experience and forget your own essence. Rather than altering your perception so drastically, I merely ask each of you to trust that you are an essence. When one begins to trust, they are inadvertently aligning their conscious awareness to their essence. Imagine it as your essence. The essences who are assisting are all collaborating to create an alignment, to shift your focus to what is true. Rather than unraveling the conditioning of your mind, merely trust in your essence. And allow the remembrance, the clarity to return. The alignment is progressing. You are merely unable to view it through the lens of your physical form. And I assure you, if you trust and you remember, your entire human experience changes. I thank you, my dear ones.
Thank you. A few hellos. We've managed to get Facebook all connected and running, so that's good. So hi, Eva. K-Weezy, that was a message for everyone who was listening. Hi, Christine Campbell. Hi, Karen Berry. Hi, Amy and Zoe and Dom as well, and Dana. So welcome and thank you for joining us. If you have any questions that you would like to ask Noah about the spirit world, about how the mechanics of mediumship and trance and things like that work, now is an ideal time to ask that. And we'll deal with those questions first, and then we'll move on to the messages. If anyone has any queries about, spirit and how, what life is like for spirit, anything like that at all, now is the time to ask. I know there's a long delay, but I know we've got a lot of hellos and things first. But if there's nobody got any burning questions, we'll go straight on to where people are asking for messages. So far, it's only Weezy, and Dom that have actually asked for a message. So if we start with Weezy, who says, anything from my dad and his best friend, Sky Bryant.
My dear one, many of you join to hear words and guidance. Many pose many questions within their minds and yet fear to ask. Notice how many of you also join other collaborators, connectors to our realm. And yet the same questions are offered, seeking to hear a message from one who you have loved in the physical realm and is no longer within physical form. But my question to each of you who continuously ask for messages is, why are you insistent on utilizing the abilities of another who has understood the connection, who has trusted it, who has trusted themselves, their essence? The essence is assisting them. And you do not trust yourselves. You do not recognize that each of you possess the same exact ability. Rather than asking for messages, seeking proof, why not focus on your own essence, your own vibrational field? Are you even aware that your expanded energetic field houses a fragment of each of their essence still? I wish for each to understand what occurs within your essence. You are viewing your essence as an isolated concept as your physical form. You perceive that your essence reflects the physical form, and yet that is incorrect. Your essence is energy. Your essence is expansive. Your energetic field is quite vast. And therefore, within this vastness of energy, my dear ones, you will be able to find the essence of those loved ones you are seeking. If you focus on the energetic vibration, if you focus on sensing their presence near, then also recognize that through your energy, telepathic messages are transmitted to your human mind. So even if you were to ask aloud a question, focusing on their essence, do you not perceive that you shall receive an answer Since energy is unable to form words and dialogue, the energy is transmitted through telepathy to your human brains, offering you dialogue. So even if you were to receive a message, do you perceive that it would be as profound as you listening, if you will, directly through their essence within your energetic field? This is why we mentioned the word trust. Notice again, my dear one, how you struggle in trusting yourself and you seek clarity from those loved ones you have lost in the physical. This becomes a pattern, a cycle, if you will, for most of you. And yet, when do you begin to trust yourselves? When do you begin to trust your essence? When do you begin to trust that all essences are intertwined within your energetic field? I thank you, my dear one.
Thank you. We have a few new people join us. Hi, Tina. Hi, Alina, Caroline, and Al, and Lucinda. We've got and Pamela and Joanne and Lisa and Rish and Zoe and Gail. First time that you're on here, so lovely to have you on. We have a question from Dana Clay. If we live in full trust and alignment, do we need our spirit counsel?
My dear one, there is no need for anything. Your question reflects even an understanding of a separation between your essence and those assisting you. This is also the fundamental teachings of your realm for those who are enlightened. And yet this also is intentional. For it is simpler to believe that there are essences assisting you and that you are an essence and therefore they are in alignment. But my dear, it is much more vaster than that, much greater, much more intricate, complex, if you will. For though your physical form is of one identity within your realm, your essence, my dear, expands, is infinite, is everywhere at all times. So there's not a separation behind of the human understanding that in your realm there is separation, the human form and essence. And as that is incomplete, my dear, so is the fact that your essence is separated. So there is no need, for you are one with your counsel. You are one with your essences assisting you. You are one with all versions of your essence. You are one with your highest essence. And most importantly, my dear, you are one with your oversoul. And as you are beginning to recognize that there is indeed an expansiveness, notice how even more questions are formed within the human mind. Notice how you are attempting to intellectualize it, perceiving that this is how you'll be able to receive clarity. And notice, my dear, how incorrect that is. For if your essence is so vast and is everywhere and is all-knowing, how is it possible to receive clarity through your perception of the human mind's intellect? Trust, my dear, that even as you are expanding, traveling, if you will, journeying through this expansive state, within this altered state, trust that the more you release expectations, the more you analyze, the more you set expectations, the easier, my dear, it is for you to receive clarity through your essence. Reversing the process causes conflict. So you're always intertwined, my dear, with all essences. And there are much collaborating occurring, my dear. But you're also perceiving that they are assisting you as you are journeying this physical realm. But you are unaware that your essence is assisting them through their journeys, countless journeys, reaching vast dimensions, realities. This is why it is so expansive, my dear, and why interconnectedness is real. I thank you, my dear.
Thank you. You seem to have a slight echo at your end. Caroline Thomas asks, are our life journeys put on hold by the universe in order for our lives to follow certain directions?
My dear, if I may ask you to repeat as your device is experiencing difficulties.
Okay. Are our life journeys put on hold by the universe in order for our lives to follow certain directions, please?
My dear, there is nothing put on hold, as you say, my dear. Allow me, my dear, to offer some clarity, some insight on what you are thinking. Your physical journey, my dear, has already been mapped out. Allow me to simplify this for you, my dear. This realm in which you are existing, this physical journey which you are aware, this human identity which you perceive yourself to be, exists within a realm. And there is time. And as this timeline occurs, my dear, notice there are many moments to pause and reflect, many moments to make decisions, many moments to experience pain. And yet, my dear, your essence in another realm does not reside within any timeline. Time is an illusion created in your realm. And it's this pain, if I may add. So prior to your incarnation, my dear, your entire journey has already been traveled, if you will. Each possibility, each event unfolding, many outcomes, many decisions. It has already been previewed, if you will, my dear. And that is when incarnation occurs. But notice, my dear, your essence is the one who previewed this entire journey, your highest essence. And as your highest essence, my dear, is well versed of what is to come, what has occurred, and what is occurring. Its role, if you will, my dear, is your constant guide throughout your journey. It understands where the alignment is necessary in order for you to continue to journey along this physical realm for the highest good, the growth, and the ascension of your essence. As your journey, my dear, was designed, so too are the journeys of each one you have already encountered, even for a brief moment, even those who are to sustain the relationship throughout the journeys. Also those, my dear, who are yet to arrive. Each one's journey, my dear, overlapping with the other. And through higher intelligence, my dear, essences agree to assist the others. So as each one of you travel along a physical journey, and due to experiences, conditioning, beliefs, fears, you deviate from the natural course. You are not in alignment. One of these essences, my dear, who agree to be of assistance, enters a new relationship, a chance meeting, words spoken at the precise time. And through your experience in physical form with that essence in physical form, my dear, you realign back to the original course. And this occurs repeatedly. So if there's alignment, my dear, and there is a course to travel upon, and there are many who are assisting you, maintain your alignment. There is no pause. It is a matter of you as physical form, journey. For it is through your realm, my dear, through this illusion, where numerous emotions are felt through experience, where the wisdom is born of these emotions, which assist your essence to grow. When one recognizes, my dear, that they are out of alignment, if you will, this is when the human perception, the ego's desire, overrides the natural course. But even those, my dear, who are driven by their ego, also cross paths with those who are meant to align back onto their journey. Just as you, my dear, unknowingly have assisted countless ones to realign on their journey. This occurs throughout your realm, my dear. And with that said, imagine how vast our realm truly is. I thank you, my dear.
Thank you. I'm very aware that we have some people on here that perhaps don't know what trance is and haven't come across it before. So I was wondering, Noah, whether you could explain to everybody what is happening in trance and how it all works.
Indeed, my dear. Each one in physical form experiences this altered state daily for each one of you enters the sleep state. Each one of you dreams. Within this sleep state, conscious mind is resting. This mirrors the altered state of consciousness, which is the means for this form of communication to transpire. And yet, unbeknownst to each of you, this form of communication once was widely spread in your realm. There was much knowledge that each possessed the ability to connect with each loved one who perished from their realm. We each understood they possessed an essence, and we were to access direct dialogue, if you will, to their essence. But as your realm shifted and the need of power grew, so too was this form of communication silenced. And as silencing was not suffice, they included fear. So each of you have, at one moment of your physical journey, been instructed, been informed, been told to be cautious, as this communication is dangerous. So many believed it, and yet this is the most natural form of communication. Just as your sleep is natural. So as we mentioned earlier, my dear ones, your essence, your soul, is an energetic field which is located around the physical form. And it is quite expansive. Within this physical form, my dear ones, are the essences who are assisting you. Are the fragment of essences, which is the same as yours, or existing in a different timeline, different reality, different journey. And not only that, my dear ones, each one you have encountered along your physical journey, may it be loved ones, strangers, associates, mentors. As mentioned earlier, sacred designs of physical journeys overlapping with each other, noticing where they are able to assist the other. Each of these essences, my dear, also possess a fragment of their essence within your energetic field. So if your essence, my dear ones, is that energetic field, there's an interconnectedness of all various essences. What occurs with this form of communication, my dear, is not only trust, it's vulnerability, reverence, but one allows the conscious mind to ease and allow the connection, essence to essence, to transpire. And also recognize, my dear ones, that your breath is your essence. Your breath is not of your physical form. It enters the physical form. And as your breath, my dear ones, forms words to be projected through the form, the blending of essence within this energetic field comes through that same breath, and words are heard. So if I ask you, my dear ones, If each of you are an essence, there are multiple essences within your energetic field. And there's love, trust, and harmony, and reference, so that it truly is a sacred collaboration. Where is the danger? I thank you, my dear.
Thank you. Dean asks, how to get my hopes up when the physical body has trapped me in a very low quality of life?
My dear, recognize this, my dear. Your physical form is not you. When you recognize, my dear, that you are the essence, and your physical form is merely the vessel, you also remember, my dear, that your essence possesses the ability to heal the vessel. But when you are viewing this healing, if you will, through the lens of your physical form, you are forgetting your essence. And you allow this illness to identify you. And one, my dear, who's trapped, as you say, imprisoned within the physical form, so too is the detachment of perception to their essence. And thereby, my dear, your physical form resides within your realm, which is of a lower vibrational frequency. So if your physical form, my dear, resides in the realm of lower vibrational frequency, and your essence was navigating the physical form, resides at a much higher vibrational frequency. Is it not wiser, my dear, to allow that higher vibrational frequency to embrace the physical form and heal it? And shift your awareness to rise even higher. And yet, my dear, with fear, confusion, self-esteem affected, is it not simpler to just wallow in one's own pity? That is the human experience, my dear. Ask yourself, are you human or are you essence? Do you wish to heal? Do you believe you can? This is the power each essence possesses, my dear. So as mentioned earlier, trust in your essence. Connect to your essence. Remember your essence. And then allow that vibrational frequency to cure the vessel. And also, my dear, notice part of your journey is to experience this affliction in order to separate even further from your essence. Nothing is random, my dear. Everything is purposeful. Each journey unique. But notice how you have forgotten your essence and allow the physical form to define you. That is your lesson, my dear. I thank you, my dear one.
Thank you. Aileen says, I do try to leave, crying now, and thank you.
Much love to you, my dear.
if I could ask people to let me know any questions they've got, and in the comments, because it's not always easy to scroll back up in StreamYard. So if you can, let me know if you've got any questions. Hi to Zoe, hi to Charlene Shaz, hi to Vicky Baker. Karen found what said very fascinating, and thank you for that. Christy Wilson as well, and June. So if any of you have any comments, any questions, please do ask them. It's nice to get the highs, but it's better to have comments if that's okay, please, because then Noah has something to work from. Oh, hi, Jessie. Welcome. I'm just asking people for their questions. First one up is A has said anything from her mum.
My dear one, do you not sense her essence near? You sense the essence near, my dear, more than you realize. As mentioned earlier, my dear ones, when the conscious mind settles, as you are entering the sleep state, view it as an open passageway to receive communication from essence. And you, my dear one, have experienced numerous episodes, if you will, conversing with her essence, masked as a memory. And even as that memory, the scene of it shifted, you did not notice the backdrop, my dear, as you were focusing on the words and the communication and what you were sensing, feeling, warmth, love, peace, safety. So if you, my dear, have already experienced these visions, if you notice that you have also sensed the presence there, a slight shift in the atmosphere, sensation, a chill. So you're aware that her presence is near. So as you are aware, my dear, why are you seeking through another a message? The message, my dear, is to notice what has been occurring, to not dismiss it instantaneously as a illusion. Pause, feel, notice, offer gratitude, be patient. For the communication, my dear, has already begun. Are you listening? Are you paying mind? Are you trusting? This is the message you are seeking. You have received it, my dear. My question to you is, what will you do with it now? I thank you, my dear one.
And we have Zoe Burns asking anything from her loved ones.
And duplicate questions deserve duplicate answers, my dear ones. My dear, for you, the topic is fear. What is it, my dear, that you fear? Change. New identity. Being outcast by those you love. Notice how your fear prevents you from either moving forward or backward, my dear. Reflect in you possess confidence throughout your journey. And recognize, my dear, that that confidence was most powerful when you were aligned with your purpose, your path, your truth. And notice now, my dear, where you are not as aligned as even you wish to be. And there is inner struggle and there is fear. Trust, my dear, this is merely change. The alignment is still underlying, if you will. It is still the constant. And you are wavering from side to side, and there is change. And yet this is also growth. So do not fear, my dear. Embrace it all. The journey is not moments. It is the entirety. This is the most growth. Trust that their essences are always interconnected with yours, my dear. Offering their bravery when you lost yours. Recognize there is nothing to fear. I thank you, my dear one.
Thank you. And Zoe follows that up saying, yes, I do feel empty.
For you believe you are alone, my dear. And you fear. And you sense you are lost. And recognize, my dear, this is all the power of the mind. And yet, even as you feel empty, is your heart not full? It is natural, my dear, for you to rely on your intellect. This is the way of your realm. But how often do you feel the warmth, the expansion, the fullness of your heart? This is where essence connects to essence through love. And your heart symbolizes your heart center, your love center. A vortex, if you will, of energy of love. Focus on that more than your brain. And this too shall pass, my dear. I thank you, my dear one.
Thank you. I haven't had any more questions come in 10 minutes other than that. So if I can ask Noah to... there's a really good question coming in from M that is saying, how does spirit define the differences of vibrational frequency and resonance? Much gratitude.
My dear, there is no difference. This is a perception of your realm, my dear. Your question pertains to essence. Your essence, my dear, the core of your essence, the truth of your essence, resides where all frequency is matched, my dear. We are all interconnected. There are no levels. This is where your essence resides. It is too powerful, my dear. Which is why it cannot incarnate, for it will most definitely overwhelm the physical form. So rather than this powerful essence you are incarnating, it projects fragments of itself to the physical form. So the levels of frequency, as you perceive it to be, my dear, occur in the realms in which these physical forms incarnate. And yet the essence attached to the physical form, albeit being a fragment, my dear, is still quite powerful. It is always connected to the source of where it came. So even, my dear, your physical form attaches to a certain vibrational frequency of its realm. It is not limited to merely that frequency. So remember, my dear, you are not your physical form. It is merely a vessel to navigate through your realm. You are the essence attached to it. And as mentioned earlier, my dear, your energetic field is quite vast. And within this vastness, my dear, is a reflection of the higher vibrational fields. Which is why, my dear, this form of communication is so vital for evolution, for awareness, for enlightenment. To remember your purpose, to find your truth, to set your light. For it is through here, my dear, that the conscious awareness expands into this vast energetic field. Recognizing there are no boundaries, no limitation, no separateness. We are all one. We are all one in one vast energetic field. I thank you, my dear.
Thank you. Don't been on from the beginning, but my saying is me, please. So I'll leave that with you if that's all right.
My dear, if you are able to repeat once more, your device experienced difficulties.
Sorry, Dom has been on from the beginning. They're not asking a specific question other than just saying, me, please. So I guess they would like a reading, if that's okay.
Indeed, my dear one. My dear one, focus on yourself at this present moment. Even your intrigue with this transmission and others that you have joined. Even your awareness that you are able to sense the essence near. Notice where your desire lies. Confusion. That's what you are witnessing, experiencing, learning, if you will. Does not coincide with previous beliefs. You are sensing that you are at a crossroads, uncertain which direction to take. For if you are to engage further with your understanding, your development, your remembrance, with essence, yours, and the many assisting you, you question what will come of the relationships you have forged in this physical form on this journey thus far. You question if they will truly accept you, if they will banish you, mock you, ridicule you, cast you aside. And this is causing this dilemma where you sense you are at a crossroads. So I ask you, my dear one, if those near you, where you are questioning how they will perceive, and how they will respond, and how they will accept you, if you continue this journey. These ones, my dear, are already connected with your essence. Them in your energetic field and you and theirs, as well as in our realm. Recognize that this connection is eternal. It is rooted in unconditional love. And it is true. Why are you allowing your human mind to create this fear? Where you are focusing more on their actions rather than focusing more on remembering how to connect with your essence. That is where the connection lies, my dear. Eternally, even with theirs. So as each of your physical journeys come to a completion, neither of you will remember this dilemma. I thank you, my dear one.
Thank you. And Karen is asking, how do we know if we are in the right timeline, please?
My dear, you are only aware of your own timeline. And this is intentional. Imagine, my dear, if those in your realm were aware of multiple timelines existing simultaneously, the havoc would wreak. But notice, my dear, it is not you in the physical form nor your perception which truly matters, is it now? It is your essence, my dear. It is your essence who was split, if you will, through various timelines occurring simultaneously in your realm. It is not possible for your human intellect, the ability to comprehend in physical form, to recognize this. But it is most definitely possible once you connect to your essence, once you remember that you are able, my dear, to travel, if you will, across each realm. This is remembrance, my dear. And once more, I shall echo my sentiment from earlier. The ability to travel, my dear, through these various timelines, realities, dimensions, occurs through this altered state of consciousness. Pure surrender, pure love, pure trust. So as you are questioning, my dear, timelines, may I suggest you shift your awareness and inquiry about this form of communication as well. The true passageway, my dear, to those vast realms. I thank you, my dear.
Thank you so much. Unfortunately, we're coming to time. But if I could ask you to just leave with some final words today, please.
Indeed, my dear. Much gratitude once more. We began with the word trust. It was echoed throughout this transmission. And we end the word patience, my dear ones. Recognize how in your realm and everything is fast. All seek instant results. All place expectations. But this may prove to be beneficial to exist in your realm. It is also the determinant for you to connect to your essence and remember. So within that, searching, remembering, in the reflection, in the knowing, trust, offer patience, and it shall come. For it is intended to. This is part of your divine plan. It has truly been an honor, my dear ones, and a privilege. And we offer our love and respect and gratitude to each. I thank you, my dear one.
You have so much, Noah. Okay, while Niko is returning from the translate he's in, I'll just fill you in with what's happening tomorrow. We have got a lot on tomorrow, starting at 10 o'clock in the morning. These are all UK times. So 10 o'clock in the morning, I'll catch Australia time. We have readings with Amanda. And then at 2 o'clock, we've got readings with Anna. And at 3:30, we have readings with Sheila. At 5 o'clock, we've got readings with Lainey. At 6 o'clock, we've got healing with Ray. And at 8 o'clock, we have tarot class with Fulvia. So a full day tomorrow, all on online live psychic readings. So you can catch us on at Find Me a Medium on YouTube or on Facebook. I would suggest going on to YouTube because we have so many problems with connecting with Facebook. While as Niko continues to come out of trance, Niko does have books that he has written, and you can find them on his website or on the books part of my website. There's links there. If you're interested in animal totems, I've written a book on animal totems, and I do offer email readings of animal totems too. Okay, and all the money for the totems and the books goes towards running these lives, okay, because StreamYard costs, unfortunately, as do Zoom. So, okay, hi, Niko.
Hi, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. It was fun.
Okay, everybody, we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you. Oh, forgot to say, Tuesday evening at 9 o'clock, you've got Niko back, and it's evidential mediumship through his trance work on a Tuesday evening. So that's where you'll get lots of messages from loved ones and spirits there. Okay, so thank you again, and we'll see you next Sunday or on Tuesday. Bye, everyone.
Bye.